This is Kessben 93.3 FM, a new wave of excellence in radio.
And the camera now where nothing you fancy so.
All right. You know,
yeah.
Will be the question.
Ballon d'Or who send baby.
Yeah.
E din kai ko abetibo kutu ana krasa e kasa. E de fa ho. Abekuntia as a main award no. Ye yi film na go feel say baby Mbappe no Salah Lewandowski ni ho an De Bruyne no level no wora. Omutimi je no honom so. E say go. Ye de bia best goalkeeper na dey man no. Among for problem so far best under 21 player no. Gavi. Yes. One more fighting for Bellingham, nominate other players. Say boy, we don't deserve sa ina amudia man no. Say maybe yeah.
Well, you know, first of all, I think say ya cast a game in Dribia, you shed attack.
Titru Club of the Year.
Many and them were Madrid for now.
Titru Club of the Year, say
it's the most
Madrid.
Amazing.
Madrid. Champions League.
Yes.
La Liga.
Yeah.
Na esado omkoto so miensa.
You know, I heard them.
City 1, Liverpool 2, Madrid 3.
I heard them. Me people's for.
Now Liverpool,
Yeah, I was say
Liverpool.
Go was on.
FA Cup and
Go was on.
No, we chase Pep.
Interesting.
Then you globe in the father.
Interesting. Yeah.
City won the league with just 1 point difference.
Yeah.
The winning league is AJ more or the same, but Champions League, you know, third.
And you want to Jebubiana?
Yeah. Maybe I agree with them. Maybe I disagree with them. You know, now first of all, on Courtois, Benzema winning it, I don't think it's an issue for discussion because Yakadia Benzema here in season him and you highlighted why he's supposed to be the main man for this particular award. But you know, on Courtois raising concern and people are more suffer for Courtois.
Yeah, Tony Cruz.
Yes. First of all, Benzema the original baby. Now we are talking about the top three. Top three and then for knocky doors. Into Courtois, Kevin De Bruyne, Sadio Mane in the top three.
Some Vinicius Junior so can say combat top three.
Me or where be me was I said no grade. I'm say I can have before season in the crab every year. Now you know game no dey be sha. We look at the attacking phase of the game. Into Pempi no omo twetwe omo entertaining, and in recent times the game is about goals. In Tempania the Abasa say how many goals? In Tempania the Abasa how many assists? Nobody look at the defensive side of the game. In Yemongien Obiase Vinicius. Yemongien Obiase Benzema. Yemongien look at what the team who game so but one exquisite pass. Trivela be or the Bebama game na danano. No beer can say and no the major highlight of the game. But one goalkeeper standing tall. And I made the same argument when Liverpool won the Champions League. So for Alisson Becker to make 13 point blank saves in 8 minutes, no, General HSA he was key. And so Courtois, the Madrid team was a purely in as much as more attackers are game no defend the no more hit on the break or more excellent and intelligent midfielders are team game in the channel. So one thing now who say in most of their games they defended. But you know, so who defend here, you need a very good goalkeeper. It is only TV in this one. He saves a Courtois here. This was a game against Paris Saint-Germain. Now, you save be against Chelsea. Since I spent a quarter in Gina outside the box, and no ball sure to be. Again, against Manchester City, he was key in both home and away games. Let's talk about the final game. It's Courtois there, or you'll be a Madrid the Champions League now more general. Or one person I did not so cast a ubundia, one team more no unyana. General, this is a save way from Caesar Aspilicueta. She baby Aspilicueta ball and look at this diving save from Courtois. When you see your Champions League, but Benzema goes now share against PSG, no. Benzema go now share against Man City. No, look at this save too. Courtois on the screen, way from Bernardo Silva. In the Madrid game, no more boy any day. In the final, Osaye save be against Sadio Mane. Now Bono be him sashe. And Osaye ba could be against Mo Salah. Into why key and look at this save too. Into Courtois, he was integral to the success of Madrid last season. Into someone for Casse or deserve to be part and he says no and then a cast stages in Kwa or starting from group stage. And of course, why he says now the bar knockout stages PAJ and look at the opposition of Madrid share. Teams that have the very best of attack in Kwa. Maybe you talk about Bayern Munich or Montreal, but if you are talking about PAJ, look at the attack. If you are talking about Liverpool, look at the attack. If you are talking about Manchester City, look at the attack. You know, look at this save from Courtois. Into Courtois there, you know. So be a can be a say or deserve so bad baby on man and come win deserve so bad. You know, I think say Nipakro can all point, and I totally agree with him. He was key, he was instrumental, he was integral, and in the final, in as much as Vinicius let's say go no. But for me, in the final, it was Courtois. Into be can Courtois Sema, I think, and I agree with the person. Now, you talk about Vinicius too. On also and in the Champions League, Obiabeka Karim Benzema goals or share. But check the number of passes, and I said here the last time. In the Champions League in Nkwa, you are talking about the La Liga too. In La Liga, he was the best dribbler in the La Liga. He was the third top scorer in the La Liga. He was the third top assist in the Champions League, and he was so key in the Champions League as well. Not just the goal that he scored in the final, but go and watch the Manchester City game, go and watch the PSG game. Mekano had the last time said, coach need the Danilo and Ashraf Hakimi did the same line. Still Omentimi and stop no. This is a game against Shakhtar Donetsk in the group stage, and you know look at this particular goal. Inti onusu ye the DSR major highlight in some of the key games in the Champions League. Inti Madrid players there for me, these were the top three, and the kind of performance almost the mine. You know, I think say will be catch a top three now also almost bemwa. No, we deserve look at this pass from Vinicius in the game against Chelsea. Inti omunina ubia ye so na for mudie. They were key and almost and very decisive in most of the game. Major highlight, look at that one against Fernandinho. She Shakhtar Donetsk there no, and she baby Ofiba share the final game. Inti sa Madrid 4 players me and some way there. You know omu ye key and omu bonde so into be kase. So omu deserve set top 3 nanke was consider omu. I agree with those people.
Inti Kenya first no Benzema, Courtois, Vinicius.
That is not what I'm saying.
So me and saying you deserve first 3 in the
Mrs. Obi make a point to say oh deserve so Obama. The person has a point. But may I go in for Mani, Vinicius, Benzema in my top 3.
Okay.
Me players name and some you Vinicius, Benzema, okay. Mani. I think some Mani is Mani who had the AFCON qualifying to the World Cup, the performance in the Liverpool setup, he was key. And I'll go in for that. Me you know. Omona do me and San Bemo. Kevin De Bruyne, he will not come in. Me says De Bruyne Bem. Now, you know to the best team. Best team. I think last week will be the question by me and San. I said, Mentia says, Obi Beka said Madrid won the Champions League by luck, and they were not the better side. Obi can about Pep Guardiola issue. Obi Rizzi about Messi issue. Now, game no Pia or Queen of us win. Obi hot naturally. Now the anya victory. In the Italians never catch us say defense win you tournament, but attack will win you games. Omo kan say after the 1982 World Cup in Spain and omo tire saade no e free ho no e na telephone hu say Catanachi na mama is successful na bad days on better omo free ho about be face the attacking phase of the game na mwe omo ba attack e tore bia omo be hwetiri kakra na omo so atimi aba omanim nti obi ho asa na obekọ no Pep nso ne oba beba oso ono de ni team na wahyeche ono di team ni di into ono de woni na oso de Maradona ne we pele na bo 9-10 kra he is not going to defend. He will come all out no ababe attack o cha na hye no ono nso chewa na okọ into bia ka Pep team ho asem say a team akọ no a team a wo hwa woni ha and a team that entertain and give you goals. That is Pep. Diego Simeone in fasa ama Carlo Ancelotti will look at the two phases of the game. Match ni bi o ha me defend kakra, match ni bi o ha me dey me attack kakra. Sa na me kodan na me dey awie. But then of it all, results are very very important in all this particular subject. E dey ntina minim tum say Manchester City and they also nya the best team of the year. Me read ba ko ne say so about the domestic competition on boy ya. Out of the 4 competitions they course in England, the Manchester City will never compare. That is the Premier League. I don't think they won the Premier League with star. They were pushed to the wire, and I think they won it. I no more deserve so more winning. But check the other competition domestically. Now in the Champions League, almost Real Madrid at the Etihad. Almost Coco PM at the Santiago Bernabeu. No, Shekonya Manchester City so exited from the competition. Until we trophies almost contested in a bakope and omutimi eje. Now you are talking about Real Madrid. In the Champions League, apart from winning the La Liga, you know, no more group of Sheriff, Inter Milan, Shakhtar Donetsk. They were first. So, bad the Naka States are teams Omushia Paris Saint-Germain, Omushia Chelsea, Omushia Manchester City, Omushia Liverpool. The previous year, no finalists in Mienu, Omushia. They met the defending champion. They met Liverpool, who had been consistent in Europe in recent times, apart from Real Madrid. And these are opposition that potential winners. But Real Madrid dispatches our team seeing now. Any team because some continue to know match 1-0. Check the number of goals that they scored against PSG. Check the number of goals that they scored against Man City. Check the number of goals that they scored against Chelsea. Any team because and as I said, they won the domestic league. They won the Champions League, and you know, and being here from Carlo Ancelotti's side. And for me, no more deserve to be the best team we are seeing in us. And you see, Europe, yeah, was not see the best team in Europe. It was Madrid Neko. Liverpool and Yeshua deserve the two domestic cup. But then our ball might say looking at the standard of Liverpool, because from the FA Cup to Crumono, and no more we are better than Real Madrid. In the final, Madrid beat them. Into where lies Madrid being
third. You. Didn't Liverpool about second ahead of Real Madrid? Now, and you're laughing at them.
No, you know, Obia was said you see who the game. Obi who say there are a lot of people who argue say Real Madrid Champions League of the Laka Nigeria.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying that is another point.
Oh, Obi no because awesome.
Now Obi am from Obi the message. You know, Obi the message by as a pepper can. Messi aka. And I'm saying that Ebi who say against PSG in the first 60 minutes they were not part of the game. In the last minute, all these errors for Marquinhos and Gigu Donnarumma Omobeji. Against Chelsea Omobeji 3-1. Chelsea akosho omo 3-0. Yapon game na wie Rodrigo Abeteka no. That's all. Omo timi abwe Chelsea afrim. Against Manchester City asho omo. Omo ba obi enim say game ni Yapon in the 89th minute Rodrigo equalized.
This is as argument we bemkra.
No, I'm saying that these are the argument people are making.
And this is so.
Oh, you know, tell me,
Bandy say, who no highlighting Prof what they know.
No, my stance has been clear. Mr. Madrid is the best, and I've explained why.
I'm not even waste our time on what people are.
I know the end so
that argument.
So has an akotoka league, waji FA Cup, waji Galkato 4, yeah, my club the events year. There are come different clubs. Already lack.
Oshia Real Madrid ni jenifri. Etwa so sa akoboji.
Obi fa the fufu bi mbra bia bibi
o those are the argument people are making out there. And I make and the my stance is clear. Madrid deserve to be the best team in Europe because teams sikro omo yi omo free at the Champions League. It's just enough to make them the best team. And we are talking about omo 3 players omo potential to be part of the top 3. So it implies omo stand out. Now,
all right. You share controversial ones in this way. The controversy is bound apart from Man City, you know. Courtois, you know.
It's the best goalkeeper. You know how I contest?
No, main case will be contest, but you see, Comra main Ballon d'Or and Casamo.
Andy, I know.
Why I know?
Yes.
Okay, and I want for the okay.
Andy, so the
all right.
I say no in my top 3, no, but I agree. Will be a hole for him to be part of the 3. I agree.
Gavi, swear.
You know, Gavi more than Gavi, Jude Bellingham, Eduardo Camavinga. You know, a close contest. So here Camavinga. He has 2 excellent games in the Champions League, but when you're playing time. Over Jude Bellingham, he had a very good season with Borussia Dortmund, but in Europe, no. But so for Gavia, very good season with Barcelona and very good season with the national team. The man they are near 2 different, no. Jude Bellingham in the national team, I feel no picky pieces, no. Eduardo Camavinga, we have midfield that's a good France, and Camavinga must have cry. And Gavi, the major highlight was the game against Italy. Obia de Kai, Inti I agree omo dey na close contest. Inti enya dey am contest baby say Gavi indeservable because I don't think any of these competitors no omo are ahead of their Gavi throughout the season. Inti no for me I don't think that there's issue with that Gavi award.
Okay.
Now Money award no be bisa ho asem. Say I think it is the
Socrates award no.
Yeah.
Also DNT no friend Socrates award.
No, Dr. Socrates here, a former player of the Brazilian national team.
Okay. 1974
World Cup, 1982 World Cup. The best team that never won the World Cup, he was the captain of the side. So okay, FIFA, on my teams are then cause Omoji World Cup no man team yande. And the Tele Santana team of 1982 with Eda, Zico, and the likes of Tonino Cerezo. And only team Omoji said the best team that never won the World Cup. He was the captain of that particular team. A typical number 8. Now you know I know say a medical doctor. Again, so social in your the boy. Of free Corinthians now set up a democratic scheme, a political party almost oppose the military regime in Brazil in 1980. Into almost just a Jumana or socially. Omo believe we say otimi oppose that military regime in 1980 in Brazil no. And a more omudi we are to an exploit. Or one player, or name 100 players are paying no. And a central midfielder, he was one of the greats for Brazil. And untinema omodini after that award. So no more Sadio Mane charity and Yama why you know say I can't have baby hospital, COVID case nearby or they come out bino, secondary school sika or diamond. And then you are talking about a Yama baby why and saying how the justice squad 200. Command the for into all these social and activities now Sadio Mane are engaging on and I'm on my critics award I'm friend Socrates award on this Sadio Mane atoso into anunti na omode award na ma abrante afene man
yeah man faka craving count into award omode ma players for a nemo maye not on the field but off the field now penina omudi ni din de tools no eno na ande kire mu no na oye lot outside the field of play of football and omujidi is a free power and as a free corner fibiano ye be footballers no and nema omaye adoye omaye no off the field and they think that Sadio Mane comes good general to the extent say after hospital ube say school no decide say bambali akrasi hono no if ibubu abia mabusua bia no every month ube mo bia $70. Wow. Every month obia I think kwada ko school no mo ya de no o mo bonus $400 cheze o chiche no nkuro mo sa nti obekọ by Munich na small kind say ono no de odwene aye kwan obenya sika de abo ne kromfo manya bibiedi
Yakopon sha abranti emai papa enare obia suit akese jonu ko simple in after me simple
South Africa South Africa way
no some time ago na the phone ni papa the internet so toto casa kese ni hwan abra come din for Africa
come din for no phones akese no
wow bompa no obia ma no this kind of more not me the more ahwe here for the award follows on from City receiving the highest number of nominations across different categories at the Ballon d'Or and saw us finish ahead of Liverpool in second and Real Madrid who finished third.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, I know crown no be free. So when these nominations high, I didn't think go for and nominate your cry inside.
You know, they okay. City for the state.
City for state one of the
official statement.
Because you see, indeed, award be an so category come set out any criteria nom the year winner and sign away to draw conclusions. Most times, no, so won't name details now. Over to me, actually, what doing be brave, but when your details now, a bit to me, wow. If you listen to Andy's opening statement, it will also give you an idea. What must I say? Why Andy was justifying say Thibaut Courtois make it better appearance than no opportunity say everybody will crown on the save Real Madrid team no. So they say Real Madrid team now. Why do you think the Real Madrid is the best team then?
Okay.
Argument now no making no. What I say, you can't have the two together.
Yeah.
I just say sometimes the team be you in a particular tournament, you will not particularly have good tournaments or ball. But because of a situation or capitalize on situations, you go ahead and win. But what must say? I know we win. but the category no the a player a club of the year no and they say club who players benya a lot of nomination only no more award point into mu calculate omu tabulate ade na a tally system omu tabulate ade na what point do also no mo de ma and because say what we need trophy no na omo say na we club of the century and never say very simple then nobody and then na competition ko ani ho because a season now how many winning one am club of the century na moko but now I think they are putting some competitiveness into it but what must say so on individual basis we are share a minimum we share even a uniform Ballon Mukra Riyad Mahrez Kevin De Bruyne omo nyina enya Foden omo nyina enya you know appearance e wo ho
okay
omo goalkeeper asan kwa ha omo we kwa ha omo coach nominate omo nomination nyina ma point and no mo dey so dey
but seriously say share points ni free bana
on the face of it today you can say
because no na club of the year Intersim
yes
yeah intersim crack
but Joe yan can say say you know year yes me Manchester City baller o mabona afiwe no Joe Efe and in my opinion I think Real Madrid Real Madrid won the Champions League even in the semi-final we have Man City to beat them but Real Madrid the experience you know you can say they have experience they have character our Champions League me need to meet Man City film but say a ball here hey
okay so do you know I'm like Sadio Mane I do lots of charity now charity I want to sorry charity Kennedy what chance wo o se dey charity Mr.
Yeah no ana we are friend ko no akoya mo man
o han enimu kai Vaudi Mabrama no pay
charity
and pay you make can me can some fa
and so yeah charity
all right
we get that microphone
can some fa okay enti dey no so be sia e ma na dey no so no Alexia Putellas Obobol Eddie Emma Barcelona. I say, Mema Denani here, by man so big Ballon d'Or. Big Ballon d'Or, Mano. Says a marble go via jumbo. Oh, there's all Cobabia. A marble on level, Mema Deni Kunina. But the only difference is only can new say Memano.
Yes, I feel now, Omumiki, some Mema football in starting yache. And as a member of football gain prominence actually. I feel now I don't know air bank and kakra. And yesterday I saw the arrival of Geno Winnie and with his teammates.
Alexia.
Yes, including Nigeria for captain.
Yeah.
My friend. All of them coming. You know, he gain prominence. So first we remember London can Madian count. But they decided say no, women also bobo. Into why don't you recognize? No recognize me. So women football gain prominence. Again into why Federation BI is taking it serious to see. Now, because FIFA said that we I'm making federations, you know. So be a for women football, no, very strongly. And they inter schools no be buy no. Originally nanka a memo, but now to center schools no under 15. Calf there no. A mark how say.
Yeah. And I discuss it.
Ha, mark how say. I can't only meetings near Koyo in Abidjan.
Okay.
In Saturday no. So na calf general secretary. So we had a meeting. I discuss sir in calf under 15 in a schools championship na urban omba bobono. It tells you prominence of the mama 8 aside no omobosa competition no. Inti and then a football Joe again prominent we your ban on the ball kakra bia we do so here they can say se can beat mama che emema de no.
Okay.
So no.
Say that tennis some fight here as you say a man member no ababepe
even
umuno.
No but football no it's America say no in the United States of America a man football no bonus a manager no na a manager say
okay
so
okay
and they are parity in terms of earnings so gradually I think they will get there
okay enti fancy na fe yanki camera efie o hwe Kessben television as is we say afana nyina obia ehwe live DSTV den channel 364